Hello there, teacher, and very welcome to this video. My name is Nelson David Castro Solano, and in this opportunity, I will be sharing a game-based lesson for children. This is aimed to children who are 6 to 8 years old. The name of the game that I have chosen is Free Time Adventure. To start the activity, I will just start with greeting the children. Hi there everyone, and welcome to this session. And today we will be playing a game to learn new vocabulary. The name of the game is Free Time Adventure, and the goal is to help children learn vocabulary through playing and thinking, which keep them motivated and engaged. The language skills that we'll be practicing in this activity are speaking and listening primarily, but reading and writing are also be involved as indirectly skills. The objectives that we're gonna keep in mind are three basically. So at the end of the session, the students will be able to identify some free time activities in English. They would have repeated and pronounced the vocabulary correctly, as well as responding to simple questions such as, what do you like to do in your free time? Following that, the materials needed or used for this activity would be pictures and posters related to free time activities to use and learn in the session. For example, as you see there are some posters or pictures related to the swimming pool, playing soccer, reading a book, and watercolors, painting with watercolors. These are to help children associate and understand better meanings and uses of the activities to be taught in class. So the students will be using this material in order to identify and recognize, as well as repeat and pronounce the activities that they can do on their free time. Classroom routines as everyday practice, as I did at the beginning, greeting the students and asking simple questions. In this case, questions related to those activities that they normally do or they do in their free time. Right after, introducing the new vocabulary while showing the children the different posters or the different actions that the children are doing, and interact with them. Of course, asking questionings and make them answer questions being asked by their classmates. Finally, at the end of the class, we will be reviewing the vocabulary and the key structures to finally wrap up. So these are basically the routines that I will be following in our session during the game. Now, according to the instructions to play, I would have the students see the pictures and the posters with specific free time activities, together with a question, what do you do in your free time? So in this case, it is very important that the students are able to identify and see those posters and pictures, and also they identify the question. Every time they hear the question, what do you do in your free time? They are able to answer properly and accordingly to each one of the pictures that they are shown. Now, the teacher points out the corresponding picture to match the students' answer. As students answer properly and correctly, the class will go around in order to give chances to ask and answer questions using the pictures. So the whole class will be practicing, the whole class will be asking and answering questions, the same question. What do you do in your free time? This, according to the choice, according to the preferences, they will be answering that. Lastly, students will be correcting each one as the teacher commands them to do so. It is very important to give the children the moment to try to correct and help each other. So in this case, the students, as they hear, the teacher would be guiding them into, is it correct? Is that expression very well said, very well formulated? And then leave the children to help each other with making corrections accordingly and appropriately. Then it is important also to keep in mind classroom management strategies. In this case, the ones that I have applied is clear and simple instructions. It is very important that the children understand at first start the instructions that we give, or the instructions that I give. In this case, they are understood easily and they understand what they need to do. Secondly, it is important to set rules for playing the game. So, children sometimes get really excited about the exercise, about the activity. So, it is important that they can raise their hands if they want to say something, and also they listen to the partners to know exactly what they are being asked. So I will be reinforcing the fact that it is important listening, but also respecting the fact that the other students probably are speaking at the moment, and if I want to participate, I will put my hand up. Number third, it would be using motivating words. For example, when I say good job, excellent, that is perfect, this is encouraging the students to participate. I am reinforcing positively the acting and the answering of the students. Now, using intention signal. For example, I need to call the students' attention. Instead of saying quiet, be quiet, keep it silent, or shut up, it's not nice, then I would rather say SpongeBob, and the students would answer SquarePants. I can also say eyes on me, students would say eyes on you. I would say I quit, then the students would answer you're fired. So these are some strategies that I can use to keep the control in the classroom, to keep the students involved in the activities, and whenever there is a type of sound or making noise, speaking or getting distracted, I would be getting their attention through each one of these goals. To make it a sum up, I will say that this game-based lesson allows students to learn English vocabulary in a fun, interactive and controlled environment. As I said, this activity has been directed to children who are between 6 and 8 years old. These are about second or third graders, as well as the skills that we have been practicing with this. They will be speaking and listening as an active skill, but also they will be practicing the reading and also the writing somehow. The grammar. Alrighty, I really want to thank you, teacher, for watching and listening to me. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much.